Light is frequently used to convey positivity, life, goodness, hope and sudden moments of clarity. But many characters use the power of light as a destructive force, either to produce heat or a large impulse of energy. So today, we will count down 20 characters with light photonic powers. Dagger. Dagger generates an excess of the sonic energy possessed by all living beings, which she can release as light, usually in the form of 6-inch long light knives fired from her fingers. These normally transfer some of the victim's life energy to Dagger, and can stun, paralyze, or slay, depending on their strength. Starlight. While she may appear dainty, Starlight is actually a capable fighter with her combat training, super strength, and enhanced durability. On top of that, Starlight also has the power to produce blinding flashes of light, that have an impact effect that can knock grown men off their feet. Eclipse. Eclipse's powers mainly have to do with the ability to absorb and manipulate photons, turning them into beams of light or energy, or absorbing light to use as physical strength. Eclipse remains something of a mystery, but he does seem to be connecting with Marvel Universe. It's likely we will know more of him in the comics. Kora. After going through Terrigenesis, Kora's inhuman abilities were awakened, and they made her a walking weapon. When her powers was first tested, Kora unleashed a simple punch of pure energy on the wall that knocks at the entire shield base's power. She can concentrate her powers into a devastating light energy blast, punching through walls, and incinerating anything in her path. Stargirl. When wearing the Cosmic Converter Belt, Stargirl has enhanced strength, speed, agility, and stamina as well as the ability to project shooting stars. When wielding the Cosmic Staff, Stargirl can fly and perform cosmic light energy manipulation. Dr. Light. Dr. Light's ability to manipulate light may have no limits. He has been able to manipulate Green Lantern energy construct, Superboy's vision, Wonder Girl's lighting lasso, and even the internal light of his successor, Cameo and Ray. In the comics, he has proven to be a formidable opponent. Both Arthur and Cameo's powers are drawn from a star 25 light-years away from Earth. They could also become invisible, create force fields, cast illusions, fly and absorb light energy. Kizaru. Kizaru eats the glint fruit, which grants him the ability to turn into light, and make weapons out of light. He can even fire concentrated lights like bullets. He can use his devil fruit abilities to avoid attacks, create weapons, cause explosions, and travel at extreme speeds. Lumiere. Lumiere's overwhelming magical power allows him to instantly travel or attack long distances with high-speed light magic. Using Mana Zone, Lumiere can take control of the mana around him to unleash several concentrated blasts of light. During his final confrontation with the ancient demon, he even creates giant constructs of light to put an end to its rampage. Sting. Sting is a white dragon slayer, meaning he can gain energy from consuming anything white. He can access the dragon force at will, which vastly increases his speed, strength, and power levels. He uses these powers to cause paralysis, attack with Dragon's Roar and Holy Rays techniques. Larfleeze. Larfleeze has mastered the Orange Ring, allowing him to summon dozens of energy avatars, in the form of the beings he has killed, for extended periods of time, to act as his soldiers, carrying out his orders and killing his enemies. Since he is a living battery, his rings never need to recharge. Atrocitus. If nothing else, Atrocitus is a survivor. He survived the Manhunter's malfunctioning and laying waste to all life within, using blood magic and rituals to grant himself multiple powers, including the ability to see into the future. Easily one of the most powerful Red Lanterns, he is one of the only members of his corps capable of tempering his rage enough to create constructs, making him even more of a threat than his already formidable comrades. Saint Walker. Time and time again the Blue Lanterns have proven themselves vastly more powerful than the other lanterns. Their rings can boost the charges of the Green Lantern rings to levels normally unheard of. They can neutralize the power of a Red Lantern ring. And that's just the start. Saint Walker here can use his ring to rewind the time of a star. There's just one flaw. Without the will of a Green Lantern nearby, they can't operate at full power. Richard Rider. The Nova Force gives Rider powers ranging from flight, to vast strength, speed, and durability, as well as the power to absorb energy directed against him, and release it as gravimetric pulses and beams, either from specific parts of his body or from his entire body. He can also create hyperspace portals and emit powerful electromagnetic charges that can nullify gravity. Star Sapphire. Carol Ferris had the unfortunate luck of being possessed by the Star Sapphire, frequently turning her into one of Hal Jordan's greatest enemies. Even the Zamarons themselves acknowledge her as the strongest of the Star Sapphires. She has the ability to heal the wounded, and even resurrect the dead. Her powers increases when there is love in her immediate environment. Sinestro. After years of watching Parallax conquer its hosts, Sinestro became the first master of the fear entity, asserting his control over it through pure willpower and the power of fear. His experience as a Green Lantern has come in handy, as he used it to train Hal Jordan, helping him become the Lantern he is now. He even managed to construct a Kora of his own, and go to war with one of the most powerful forces in the universe. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel powers are mostly limited to control over energy radiations and the electromagnetic spectrum of light. Her ultimate powers comes from the evolutionary ray. This ray activated more abilities within Carol's genes, which was directly connected to a white hole. Because of this, the physical limitations of the binary form are unknown, but she has been shown to be able to transmute matter. Spectrum. The most powerful version of Spectrum can absorb, project and transform into all forms along the electromagnetic spectrum. She does these by mentally shunting the matter of her body into the dimension from which she draws her energy, and replacing it with a corresponding amount of energy. Because she is essentially a being of light, she is effectively immortal, intangible, and invisible. Rayner. Rayner's powers are likely similar to the Green Lantern's powers, with a wide variety of more powers ranging from casting illusions, invisibility, light rays projections, and light ray absorption. His energy capacity is virtually limitless. He can also convert his body completely into light energy, and no physical harm can come to him in this form. Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel is able to affect matter at a molecular level and manipulate energy and antimatter. Through these, he has exhibited the ability to literally create his own light. He can control its direction and intensity. He once used these abilities to cure Galactus. He also healed and boosted Spectrum's powers. Hal Jordan. Apart from being able to create force fields and kryptonite, Hal Jordan constructed Watchtower Space Station out of thin air. He also created an entire city filled with people. But his biggest feat was when he used his willpower to time travel far to the 70th century. It is more similar to the Speed Force, but more controlled, and less powerful. Captain Atom. Captain Atom's skin is practically tied to the quantum field. This allows him to manipulate quantum energy. He can alter the basic atomic structure of almost everything. He can also create matter from thin air. He once fabricated his own Earth, through nothing. Atom can just as simply change matter and energy around for the effect of emitting different spectra. Silver Surfer. Imbued with the power cosmic by Galactus himself, he has near limitless energy absorption and matter manipulation abilities. Being capable of manipulating the four fundamental forces of the universe, the Silver Surfer can discharge energy far exceeding that of other cosmic-powered beings, such as Quasar and Nova. His energy-based powers are currently seen to be equal to those of Thanos, and are capable of destroying planets. Sentry. Aside from his strength and durability, which was shown to be equal to the Hulk, the Sentry had a multitude of other abilities which seemed to be almost without limit. When battling the Molecule Man, it was discovered that the Sentry had the same power he did, the total control over molecules. Beyond these abilities, the Sentry has shown to be capable of harnessing the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. Kyle Rayner. After the 6 rings are drawn to Kyle, in addition to his Green Lantern ring, he becomes the first person to bear all 7 rings. He later became one with all 7 parts of the emotional spectrum, and eventually gains possession of the life equation, when he goes through the source wall. To add to the powers of the emotion spectrum, he can warp reality and bring things to life. Also, the rings doesn't need to charge, it is powered by the emotions of everyone in the multiverse. Be sure to subscribe and feel free to drop your comments below. Thanks for watching.